What a shame, eh? What a shame that happens. Hello, Purple Fairy. While we're just setting up again, this is just for Disney Princess. This is. You got my number, haven't you, Disney? Right? So you can text me in a minute, and I'll have to put Disney Princess by your name in a minute. So just bear with me, but I want your attention, Ms. Disney. Where's my Ms. Disney? Hello, Lorna. Stephen. Yes, she's there. Right. You got my number, so I want you to text me. Just text it. Just go hello. That'll do. So I can see, because I know I've got you in there, but I've got you in there under a different name. I know it. Ah, I knew it. I bloody knew it. Knew it was different. Edit. Don't know why I didn't do this in the first place. Save. Thank you for that. Right, so now you can help me out. I want you to do something for me, right? No, there'll be more coming today, Danielle. She's literally working non-stop doing these listings to get them done and get them up whilst we're doing the lives. Right, so this is just for Disney Princess, right? I just want her attention for a minute. I want you to pick the next one I put up. You can pick it, right? So, do you pick number 1? No, this is the one we just did, isn't it? I just went to do one, didn't I? And we didn't finish it, did we? Because it crashed. Right. So we'll do it again in a minute. Alright, so you've got a choice, right? This is the choices. I've got to put the next one up. So I want you to pick it. Disney's going to pick which one goes up next. You've got a choice of about 4 or 5. Okay? Ready. Good girl. So you've got Loch Lomond. This is in Yorkshire, Autumn on the Wharf. So we'll call that number 2. When you see what you just sort of make a note of it, and then we'll call that number 2. That's slightly different. The Sky Affair, North Yorkshire. Does like Yorkshire, this artist. Sky Affair. It's number 3. In Bolton, Abbey Woods in Bolton, Yorkshire, is number 4. Abbey Woods, number 4. Natasha likes Loch Lomond, one of her favourite places. And 2 more. Langstrofdale, North Yorkshire. That's the one with the sheep on the little roady thing. So we'll call that 1, 2, 3, 4. Call that number 5. And then, lastly, I haven't done that already, have I? The Wolf Valley. Number 6. So which one should we do? Bolton isn't in Yorkshire. Oh. Well, it says on there it is. Maybe it was 50 years ago. They did move the boundaries up that way, didn't they? Yes. Four near me. I love Loch Lomond, one of my favourite places to go. I love number 3. Oh, I see. Amy, each time you do ephemera and you've listed number 147, just this important one to write down for me in a note, right? Every time you do the ephemera side of things and you've done number 147, Danielle's on, just fire a little comment or let me know to let Danielle know that we've just listed 147. And if anybody else can avoid buying 147 on any ephemera, that would be great, because that's Danielle's little thing now. She raises money for charity, which is really good. And Disney Princess said we have to do number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was Abbey Woods. Yeah? That the one? Disney? Bacon brown sauce. Ooh. Yes, please. Latest one is Girl Guides. Oh, I see, she's having her bacon. Yes. Cool. So. Well, I told a little white lie, really. Catch up anytime I eat stuff. Coming your way, lady. Yeah, I told a little fib there. I just wanted to see which one you like the best. So, that'll be on its way to you. Disney? With a little big kiss. Yeah, please pop Steve's link up there. It's on its way. Logan's got that, so that'll be posted out tomorrow morning. That will, Disney. That'll go tomorrow morning, and you'll have it within a couple of days. And there we go.
Have you dispatched or dealt with or instructed to deal with the £500 mystery raffle prize to be sent?
Not yet.
Well, I've got a message from somebody saying they've won it.
If you could talk to Logan, because Logan's helping me sort out the raffle prizes. He's done 1 or 2 this morning already.
Right.
And as we do them, we're going to delete them out of the way so that we're not getting messed up. So if you could give him the name of the person that thinks they've won it, he can double check it, because he's got the number of the raffle. So all he's got to do is check that person's account, make sure they bought that number, and then one of those carrier bags on my desk is a £500 parcel. Might need adding to. I'll have a look at it. But just pass it over to Logan and get his help with that. DragonLordCoins.com. Now I can't click on it because if I click on it, I'm going to go away from this page. So I'll get that later. We'll see if we can't. We'll see if we can't put that somewhere else as well, Steve. You know, I don't know. I mean, we're just in the process of getting a swap shop sorted out for the Facebook page. I wonder if there's anywhere on Facebook we could even add other people's things. What was the response about if volunteers for the Gruffalo have been picked yet? We'll come to that, Natasha. Going to talk about that in a bit. Quick question. I have a 50p that seems to have a misprint. Are they valuable? Yes, very. Give you a for instance. Give you a for instance. Here's one that none of you probably know about. 1971 penny. The most common penny. Probably made 1.5 billion of them or something like that when they first minted them. 1971 penny, right? They made some of them with a double die. So it's almost like a double stamp, not a misprint on the stamp. And a 1971 penny, if you find that with a double die, is estimated around the £200 mark. So, you know, it all depends on how many times it happened. If it happened 200 times or 2,000 times, it ain't going to be classed as that rare, you know. So if it happens like 3 times and you happen to get one of them, then you've got something that could be quite valuable. So yeah, it all depends. Jack, Ian, all my orders from the 20th on were still shown as unfulfilled. Is that about right? I won't know until the end of this week because there is still 100 odd orders on the system and we have got a lot of them out. Yeah, it could be. Ah, yeah, your order on Friday, you probably paid by bank account. And so John will find the payments, remember, in the bank account, and then he has to mark them as paid. It's £2 and the date is 2006. Quite possibly. I would look on eBay and, well, that's easy then. All you've got to do is search eBay for Brunel error and then find out if anybody else has had it, or, you know, is there many of them about? And then on the left-hand side menu section, there's a box for sold items. You never worry about what people are asking for an item. If you want to know how much an item's sold for, you click on sold items. And then that box there, click on sold items and it will change your search results list and show you the items that sold and how much they sold for. And then you can start having a look and seeing. And then it all depends on how quickly you want the money, which is what I say to everybody. It's not necessarily what something is worth, you know. A Northern Ireland is worth £50. Someone might buy one for 60. I would imagine if somebody listed a Northern Ireland for £60, it would sit there for a month or 2 before it sold. If somebody listed it for £50, it would sell within a few weeks. If somebody listed it for £40, it would probably sell within 24 hours. You see? Danielle, I really like your investment video. It explained clearly why you are here. Kick CC and RM in the wallet. Yeah, I was actually really pleased with that. I have to review all the videos that I do, and that one, I didn't manage to get it uploaded until about 11 o'clock last night or something like that. And 10 o'clock. So I left Fran watching the telly and I went out to do the washing up and I reviewed it out there. And I was enthralled, and which surprised me because I made it, so I know what I was saying. I did it, but I thought it was the best one I've done, even if I do pat myself on the back with that. I think it's the best investment video I've done. Lets everybody know exactly where we stand, what's happening, and so on. And as you've already seen, I saw one of the comments on there already from one of the investors that said, you know, they're quite happy, they feel like their investment is in safe hands. And this really is, there's never been a better time to invest in this. You can't use points or vouchers or anything like that, Ian's Club vouchers or anything like that, because you can't have it always. But you do get 20% back in points if you pay us by bank transfer. So, you know, you sort of get 70% in a sense, which is incredible. And it works. You know, it works for us, it works for the investors. And now we're at a point where, I was saying this to somebody earlier on, you know when you've got a rocket, right? A rocket going to take off. And they hit the button, don't they? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit the button, psh, off it goes, and you get all this cloud of smoke at the bottom when it goes psh, like that, right? But for a moment there, for a little bit of a moment, it sort of, the clouds go, the rockets kick in, but the rocket don't move, it sort of hovers, doesn't it? And it hovers for a bit, and it hovers for a bit, and then all of a sudden it goes like that, right? I honestly think that we are at that stage. We're there now, we're there. The rockets have been ignited, it's burning away, it's getting ready, it's getting ready, it's getting ready, and it ain't going to be long before we go like that. And what's going to do that is like getting in the physical nationals, getting on the TV news, getting on Newsnight, Channel 4 News, that kind of thing. All of a sudden, off it will go. So that's where I think we are. I think we're in that stage there. And I think that has got to be the absolute ultimate bestest time ever to invest in any kind of business. Just when it's about to go off like a rocket. And I honestly see that that's where we are with what we've come up with. Because what we've come up with for this, you know, product that we're doing is incredible, and no one can touch us. That's the beauty of it. That's what I like the most. Coming up with an idea that I don't need to copyright, I don't need to trademark, and no one can touch it now. No one can copy us now. We own it. And we own it for every single coin, and we own it for any coin they ever make in the future, you know, which is great. Hello, mate. Not too bad, thanks. I'm on me live at the minute, so I'm talking to you while I'm live on camera. It makes you famous if they knew you were. No. I would say no this week, but it's very likely next week. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. 600, isn't it? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that will be done this week. It might be as late as Friday, but it'll be done this week. It might be tomorrow. Lovely. Perfect. Thanks very much for that. Yeah, I'll get that all organised. Proper signing days by the public. Yeah, first of all we've got to get the show going right. You know, we've got 40 people watching at the moment, whereas our average is between sort of 40 and 60. Whereas I don't know, what's his chops on this morning has about 5.7 million, doesn't he? So we'll get there one watcher at a time. Okay, mate. Talk to you then. Bye for now. So. Oh, you watched it all the way through? Yeah, you could loops. You could be looking at something worth £100 if it's you know. real thing, and they didn't make many of them. Excellent. Glad you agree, Tracy. Thank you very much. It's nice. I like my people to know exactly where they stand with me. Do you still have any silver-proof alphabets for sale on the website? No, I took them off because I used some of them as prizes, and I don't know where I am on them yet. So once I've finished with the orders that we owe, and then the raffle prizes that we owe, etc., then I can have a little bit of a sort out and a tidy up. Inspector Gadget says he bought a QX sponge for 160 quid from a lady in the Isle of Man, so it is possible. Disney Princess says that was the best thing about circulating the Peter Rabbit coin, spreading the word out there. Whoops. Getting people excited to look through their change. Yeah, I mean, it's great, you know. And, you know, this is some of the things that other people are getting involved in as well, like Bungle Collects. He's now doing 10p videos. And we've been having some good chats. And I've been sort of talking to him about what coins to look out for, etc. And if you watch his 10p videos, you know, he's telling you all the information that I've been giving you for ages. He's telling you all of this, and he's showing it to you on the video, which ones are worth collecting, which ones are worth saving. So that's certainly worth a watch. Dean, my family collects, he's about to do a penny one and show you some stuff on the penny. So it's all going to get exciting with the coin tubing world now, because people are realising that it's not just about the 50p's and the £2, and there are other coins to get everybody G'd up about. Can you use points on coins with a letter of provenance? Yes, you can, Danielle. Madeleine, thanks Ian and Logan for dealing with the omission from my order so promptly. No worries, we're glad you're happy. Can't remember what ones you had, but I know you had some prints, I think. And it's great to, I'm hoping you're happy. It's great to see everybody happy with those when they get them. When you watch the grandmother and a grandchild video and realise what it means to them, it makes it all worthwhile. It does. That's why I said I can't say any more than that, really. They sell it for me, really. How do I find out if I have points? Simple. Go onto our website, make sure you're logged in. If it says your name up there, then you're logged in. If it doesn't say your name, then you're not. And as long as you're logged in, there's a tab, and it says rewards. Click on it, and you're in your rewards account. It's that simple. You might go in there and go, oh, didn't know I had that many. How do you put your name in to help circulate the coins? Well, I'll tell you. While I have a crafty smoke. I've got to do better. So yeah, so we'll discuss the Gruffalo. I'll just finish my little puff and then I can sit back. Don't want to smoke in front of children. It's funny, really. It doesn't bother me in the real world, smoking, if a child sees me smoking. You know, that makes no difference whatsoever. I smoke. But something about this internet thing, it's like you don't want to be doing it on the camera in front of the children. I don't know what that's about, but it is. Yeah, here it is. I'm trying hard. Trying hard. Yep, Suzanne is. I remember her name, Suzanne Barker. She is a customer. All right, so we're going to be looking for about 45 volunteers on the Gruffalo. That's what we're going to be looking for, about 45. And so the way to get on the list, as it were, or to be in the running to get on the list, is to send an email to John, TGBCH@outlook.com, and TGBCH@outlook.com, and put in the subject line FAO John Gruffalo. FAO John Gruffalo. He knows where to put that email then. He doesn't have to look at it, he just put it aside until he's ready to use it. So that's all you need to do. Email John, FAO John Gruffalo, capital letters, in the subject line. That's all you've got to do. And then you may or you may not get picked for the Gruffalo. However, with the Peter Rabbit, it was 40 volunteers. With the Gruffalo, it's 45. Now, with the next coin, depends on how many we give away. If we give away 600, which is going to be the minimum, then we're going to be looking for 60 volunteers. If we end up giving away 1,000, then we're going to be looking for about 100 volunteers. And if we end up giving away 2,000, we'll be looking for 200 volunteers. So the more that we can give away, i.e. the more we have to sell in order to give those away, so one has to work in conjunction with the other. If we can't sell enough, then we can't give that many away. See what I mean? That's why I'm not listing all the numbers up to 2,000, say, of every single one. Now, there's no point, because people could be buying number 1,867 and or whatever, but overall you might only sell 50. That would be a nightmare. So we list it up to 600 first, see how it goes, then we can always add more. I would like to add more, because the more that we sell, the more we can give away. So if we sold 2,000, we could give away 2,000, so that would be wonderful. The more people there are out there that could find one for free, even more wonderful. But it's a fine balance to make sure it's all paid for correctly. So that's why we're only listing it up to 600 at the moment of each one. So up to 600, you're safe to pick a number, because when we release it, we will release a minimum of 600, if you see what I mean. And then what we haven't sold, we will sell on eBay. Pardon me. We're going to be putting a listing on eBay to sell. Sorry, my girdle. We will be putting a listing on eBay to sell a letter of reservation, as I think how we can get around it. We can sell a letter of reservation for the Gruffalo, or a letter of reservation for the Frankenstein, or whatever, and see how that goes. And of course, we send them to everybody once we launch. That's when we send them. That's just to protect everybody price-wise. We need to get the price right, so that when we launch, we put the price up, and you people that have bought into it before the launch can now double your money if you want to sell one. So like some people are buying, they want one of every single one for their own collection, but they want one of every single one for free. So they're buying like two with the aim in mind of selling one of every single one in order to pay for their one of every single one. You see? All depends on you really, how you want to do it. But that's what we're in the process of setting up. Let's have a look at some of the comments. Warren needs to go on the vape. I know, truth is you do. I don't know what it is about it. Enjoy having a fag. It's something they put in it. Tracy, your message went. Picked up my order from the depot today. Most of the order all safely here now. I guess the rest will follow in a different package. Probably will, Steve. Alas, RM managed to crease my prints, but savable, I hope. Okay, do your best to save what you can, Steve. And if you have anything you can't save, then we'll sort it out for you, and you can let me have it, or show me whatever. We'll sort you out with something else, or replace it. But see what you can save first. But if you can't get a crease out, I mean, these are cardboardy type paper, so once it's creased, you ain't never going to get it out. Tracy can't talk. She sat in the car at lunch with a cigarette in her hand. Steve's looking forward to packing it all into its areas tonight. I'll have a handful of new coins like a kid at Christmas. I can't even remember what you've been sent. Suzanne, I was one of 40 on before when you said we would all be volunteers, providing we suited. I emailed John but never heard anything. Is it still in process? For the Peter Rabbits, that's all done. For the Gruffalos, we haven't started assigning anybody yet. Because we haven't even officially launched it yet. It'll be launched through Bungle Collects channel probably, and then us. Or we launch it and then through Bungle Collects, if you see what I mean. Disney Princess says, if we've already sent an email earlier, does it still count? I'll just go and check. Is John in the other room?
Just popped upstairs.
Okay. When John comes back, I'll check. Madeleine, yes, very happy. I have donated the prints to our local animal charity shop as I have no space for them. I hope they will sell them and make lots of money. Oh, that's so sweet. That's nice. Like he says, this is also where sponsorship comes into it. We can do deals to suit sponsors individually. If you know anyone who may be interested, email Warren at warrenlight05@outlook.com. So the emails to John should still count because he's not deleting any for the Gruffalo. If you've emailed for the Gruffalo specifically, then your email will still be there. I found in my change a silver 2p coin, 2015. Should I keep hold of it or sell it? Well, the first thing I would do, Mr. Party Time, is I would send that to the Royal Mint with a letter, telling them what you just said there, give them your name, address and all the rest of it, and enclose a cheque for £20. They may very well send that cheque back to you. Sometimes they charge and sometimes they don't. It's not fixed. But enclose a cheque for £20 with a covering letter asking them if they would evaluate the coin. And then they will check the coin out, and if it's proper and it's been done by the mint, then they will send you a letter back, which is essentially a letter of provenance telling you that that coin is real. Once you've got that letter of provenance, then it adds an awful lot of value to that coin because they're quite rare. They've just used the wrong thingy, plant chip or whatever you call them. Like he says, party time depends if you need the money or not. Always the way that, you know, if you need the money urgently, you sell it for less. If you don't need the money, then you sell it for more, and it takes longer. Steve says, no, it should be all good. The framing side of things will hopefully cover up the creased corners. Okay, cool. If you do have a problem, Steve, you come back to me. I'll sort it. You're welcome, Suzanne. Okay, thanks. I keep it in case it goes up in value. And again, if you're going to keep it party time, do you know what I mean? If you're going to keep it or you're going to look at selling it one day in the future, my honest advice is send it off to the mint and get that letter of provenance from the mint. Even if you keep it for your own collection, you've got that letter of provenance. If you decide to sell it in 20 years' time, you've got that letter of provenance with the coin. So, you know, you cannot undervalue that on a serious error like that. You cannot undervalue a letter from the mint. Ian, are you doing the new queue? Yes, we are going to do the new queue. That is in Amy's list to add. It'll either be added today or tomorrow. It is more expensive because it's going to cost us more money. And I don't know how much that will go up in money, to be honest. It's going to be a weird one. That and the Armistice and the Snowman, they're going to be weird ones to do because the prices on them are going to be all over the place, really. So in order to like get hold of 600 or 1,000, you know, it all depends whether I can order them. If I can order them, great. If I can't, then it'll have to be one at a time. As they sell, I'll get them. But they are being listed. Girl Guides has been done, and she's working on something else as well. Oops, I've had Right, there's another voucher code for you, TUES 3230. TUES 3230. Go and use it on something. Put it towards one of them coins, why not? Get it even cheaper then. Every single one of those, I mean, anybody that buys one of those, I absolutely guarantee are going to double their money. And remember, anybody that doesn't double their money in a year after we launch on any coin, I will give you your money back, and no one else will give you that guarantee on a collectible item. Double your money within 12 months of launch, or you get your money back. Okay, thanks for your advice, and I'll do that and see if it's real or not. I would, that's what I would do. But send it special delivery. Don't be tight on the postage. Send it special delivery. Some people will send a coin like that and just put it in an envelope. Don't. Send it special delivery next day by 1 o'clock. Otherwise it won't be tracked. One sold with the letter from the mint for 190 quid. Oh well. Okay, what number am I doing for this one? Yeah, I need the number for that. Just got to do a couple of signatures, you think. Boy Scouts has been done as well. So now you've got the Girl Guides and the Boy Scouts done. Girl Guides packaging's been done, and she's probably working on the Boy Scouts packaging as we speak. $60. One done, Logan.
Thank you.
I've lost my exercise book. I've got a little notebook, A5 size. No, that's not mine, that's Fran's. Might be next door. It's about A5 size with the rings on it.
Yes. Black one.
No, that's not mine. Suzanne needs to get a bank loan. She wants all them coins. Exactly, you've got to get in there, see, you've got to reserve your number if you want all your numbers all the way through. And that's what's going to help us pay for this. Inspector Gadget says he has a dual date 50p that he bought from eBay as expense. Have an idea it might not be real. How should I contact the RM to see if it is genuine? That's it. Stephen says there's something on your chin. No, I'd never punch up or cut myself shaving. If it's dodgy, they keep it, yeah. So the first thing you want to do is check the weight. I can't remember what the weight is for the old ones. The new ones is 8 grams, and you need calibrated scales, right? So that's your first protocol. What do I want this for? Marie Warren. Oh, that was for Bailey. We did that. Peter Rabbit packaging. Just excuse me a second. Who's this for? Sandra. This is for Sandra. I've got a fake dual date, and it's like, it's off colour, it's really shiny. It's not the bunce you would expect it to be. Another one done. This one's for Danielle. You off?
Probably won't be back. Tomorrow, I don't know what to do because my treatment's at 1:30. I might get back after that. And then my car's...
It's not that much point coming in. Come in if you want, but don't worry about it.
I might come in just to get them at the laptop or something. I don't know. See how I go.
Alright. If you're going to Dorchester, are you going to end up going in that shop?
What shop?
You know what shop.
No. I ain't got no money, mate. I'm taking my money out of the bank and put it upstairs. I haven't got the money.
Oh.
So, no, I won't be going anywhere near there at the moment.
Alright then.
Bye.
Yeah, don't forget to use the codes in the raffle, and then you have a go in the raffle just for a couple of quid. Hello, Judith. RJ, I just checked that you're right. Ian, did you discuss what you wanted to do with the Gruffalo, or was it just about distributors? Yeah, so I'm just trying to do these signed things first. Let me just do this.
Danielle Findlay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's on here.
Right, okay. Her order, she's ordered quite a few bags of Taylor Gloucester. You've written on the front to do one Belfast and Britannia for one lot, but there's about 5 and 2 Jeremy Fisher bags. Does she want them replaced with something else? It's quite a lot.
Right.
It's £157.53
That-
worth. Written on there, but it's quite a lot. When you've written it there.
Yeah.
She's got, you know,
I just need to give you a quick ring, Daniel. Packaging's done for the Girl Guides. Okay, let me just.
Is she the one that wants 147?
Hmm?
Written number and then she the one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to do that one next.
Oh no. Because that's got to go in the order as well.
Yeah. Hi, there's a few things that we haven't got, and they are the various bags of 20 coins that you picked. Now I can either put something in of equal value retail price, or I can still give you bags of 20 coins, but it will just be whatever I've got. Yeah, there's about half a dozen of them, I think. There's like, no, I have no idea how long they'll be. No idea at all. There's, alright, I'll explain that, yeah. Alright, I'll do that. Alright, lovely. No worries. Bye. Just, and then I can get to chatting. Sorry, what number was it you wanted for the Peter Rabbit coin? Was it 88 or 147? Have you? Okay, I'll do that on this one, and then anything that might be missing, you contact me afterwards, and then we sort out the openings. Yeah? Alright, Abby. No. No, well, not at the moment anyway, not that I know of, but, you know, things like that could come up. They just, I haven't got any more. That's all. Okay. Alright, well we can have, when we've got a bit more time, we can go over that and see what we can come up with. Alright then, yeah. No worries. Cheers. Bye bye. Right, so now I know what I'm doing. Just bear with me. I will be there in a minute, I promise. So what else we got to talk about the Gruffalo? Let's have a think. Well, we're pretty much there on the Gruffalo anyway. There isn't that much to say apart from how we're gonna distribute them. I just want to try and what we're going to try and come up with, and we've got to get our heads together, me and Bungle, is, you know, is there a way that we could improve on it somehow? Because by doing this stunt in various different ways, we've not been able to do a bit of good, I think. So it's a case of, you know, where could we go with that? How could we make it better? How can we get a bit more good out of it? So that one, plastic, packaging. Yeah. So, packaging, coin, I need one more of these for the packaging. Yeah, where's her one? Is that
It's in there.
No, that's the letter of provenance for the coin.
Packaging's in there.
Yeah, so where's the letter of provenance for the packaging?
You just signed it.
That's the coin.
No, it's the
Alright, that's the
packaging.
packet. I need the one for the coin.
She hasn't done one. She's doing the other one as well.
She had a coin as well, didn't she?
No. That's it, just packaging.
Okay, so in that case then, right, so with all of this stuff that's missing,
Another two now.
yeah, with all of this stuff that's missing,
Mm.
right, ask Logan to print another page off of the stuff that's missing.
Mm.
And if you've got stuff missing on another page, then write it on there, so you've only got this one page, right?
Okay.
And we're going to keep that back because she's asked us to just wait a couple of months,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
to see if we get anything in. Just knock off 2 of them to pay for the Peter Rabbit coin.
Right, okay.
It's not on there, right? And bring me in a letter of provenance for the Peter Rabbit coin for her. And then the rest of the stuff, I'll sort out with her after. Right, back to this. Picked up a dual date 50p off Gumtree for 30 quid as part of a 15 coin job lot a couple of months ago. That was a good buy if you got 15 coins with it. Do you have a forum or site where people can post pictures of coins to get checked? No, and I wouldn't do it by, I never do it by photographs, Inspector Gadget. I tell people no. If people send me photographs, I just say to them, sorry, but you know, I can't, you can't do it with a photograph. You've got to have it in your hand, you've got to look at it, you know. You've got to have the feel of it, you've got to, I can't do it any other way. And I certainly would never take the risk of doing any kind of thingy like that over a picture in case I got it wrong. Hello Andy. iPad sorted. Yeah, it's not me being funny, Inspector Gadget. It's he says he understands. It's not me being funny. It's just I've had someone send me about 30 photographs before now without even saying anything to me. I just open my WhatsApp and suddenly I've got 30 photographs coming through, and I have to say it doesn't matter what the photograph is. I can't look at it. You know, I'm not an expert in that sense. I can tell a BenQ Gardens and a Ben dual date a mile off, but holding it in my hand. Do you know what I mean? Now the trouble with something like that is someone could send me what they think is a genuine coin, just for me just to confirm it's genuine. They send it to me and I say it's a fake. Now that person doesn't know, have I really said it's a fake, or have I taken their genuine coin and replaced it with a fake? And you start getting all these sorts of things coming into mind, you know what I mean, from a customer's point of view, and it's like, I don't really want those seeds down. You know, so I try and stay clear of it. I went to reset that iPad this morning, Andy. Reset the wrong one. I reset my own iPad, wiped it completely. Took me ages to get it back on. Yes.
Are you able to print out a letter of provenance? Because it's not saved on the laptop.
What's it for?
I don't know, Kelly needs a
Peter Rabbit. They're already done. I've already printed them off.
Where are they?
I thought Kelly knew where they were. Same place as they are. There's 3 or 4 bundles, you know, like a plastic, but really full, like 20, 30 one in there that I've already printed off.
Oh, okay.
If you want me to come in and look, I will. No, not your fault, Andy. It's my fault. I just picked up the wrong iPad and pressed the buttons. Well, just stick your moniker on this first before you go, Disney Princess. There you go. That's the next one you can have. So we'll put that one up now, and you can say the word. Say the word hashtag watch out for the rabbit. I'm just going to go and check on this, where these letters of provenance are. Hashtag watch out for the rabbit. Warren, watch that, and then you can pick a winner for that in a minute. You gone? Cool.
Yeah, Logan found it.
Cool.
Your desk is worse than mine.
Oh, I'm really so stressed out about getting that desk sorted. Peter Rabbit packaging, that's not the one. Peter Rabbit. Oh, I've already done it, haven't I?
147 on the other one.
There you go. So if anyone wants to reserve their numbers for either the packaging, which is now $3.99, or the coin, which for the most of the 50p is now $24.95, $29.95 for the £2, and we will double the price when we launch. And if you haven't doubled your money, that's if you want to sell it. If you're buying them to sell, that is. If you haven't doubled your money within 12 months, we'll refund you. So we'll actually guarantee it. Whenever you're ready, Logan.
What?
Got these ready for you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry, the thing fell off that one. And that one's done as well, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah, that one's done as well. Look at that. Look at that. First time in ages. Look, the chair next to me is empty. Nothing there for me to do. Right. $147 not working for me on Scouts. By the way, there's another voucher code, TUES3300. Can you check 147 for Scouts? Absolutely 2 minute down. Absolutely mullering it down it is. There too, Javid. Let's have a look at Javid's name. Javid, yeah. I don't know who you are from that, Javid. So what I need you to do is just text me. Well done, Javid. Nice, that is. Nice. Loch Lomond. That's up near where I went on holiday. But I need you to text me your name. Unless you want to give me your name here, but otherwise, if you don't, text me your name so I can tell Amy, or I can tell them in there, who to look for, so that we can print it off for you. Danielle, it's showing us on 0. Have you bought it? That was a long time he waited. I'm texting you now. Excellent. He's won one for a change. Excellent. Good, good. Yeah, Danielle, did you manage to get that? Because it's showing up as 0. Did you manage to get that 147 on the Scouts? Because it's showing up as 0. No. Strange. Got girl, all the others. That's a bit strange. I'm presuming you're a customer, Joey. Bear with us, Danielle. She's just adding that, but I'll tell you when it's done, Danielle. Oh yeah. David. Copy. That's been done, Danielle, so you can go and get that. You are a customer, aren't you, Jared? His name rings a bell, I'm sure he's on our site. Yeah, it's difficult sometimes. Difficult. Right then, so, where was we? I think we covered it all, didn't we? 3 o'clock. We covered the Gruffalo. We worked that one out. What else should we do? What else do you want to talk about? Got myself covered now. I can actually take a breather. Make sure I'm up to date with I don't want any texts. Yes, 3 o'clock texts. Ah, John. Just saying to somebody, give it till the end of the week and then I'll start replacing on Monday. Crackers. Straight that out there. Add, save, contact, John. Done. Takes ages to answer all the messages. That was a lot of rain. Did I get some in my pond? That filled the pond up a bit quickly.
No.
Blimey.
Sorry, Danielle's ordering these 2 prints.
Oh, does it?
There's so much on there. I've got Logan to print the whole lot off,
Yeah.
but I won't be able to write what's missing onto the other page because there's no room. So, do you want it like that, or do you want me to just
Have you
write
got 2 pages of it then?
It's quite a bit, yeah.
If you've got 2 pages, have 2 pages of it and then just cross out anything that don't apply.
I've crossed everything out. But it's got to have a name on it, innit? So it needs a front page anyway.
Right, you make sure that's however you need it, and then in the morning I will put Danielle's prints together. She's alright off for delivery, she's not in a rush, so I'll put her prints together in the morning then. Save me running up and down the stairs now. Ian, is Flopsy Bunny the rarest of the 2018 Potters? I think it's a bit of a tie between Flopsy and Peter Rabbit munching that. I call it munching a carrot, but they don't like it when you say that. Hello, Mark. Andy got a Paddington at St Paul's today in his change. Yeah, they're starting to come out now. I think they're worth keeping. Just wait until this week, Will, and everybody else. Just wait until this week, and then from Monday onwards, that's when we'll look at starting to replace anything that's missing or whatever's. Do you know what I mean? So let's get to the end of this week, because a couple went out even today, tomorrow. So give it to the end of this week, and then come Monday, whoever's not had anything, we'll start replacing. Because any big parcels are going special. I've got one that was taken to the post office on the 20th and still not arrived. Is it showing going into the post office on the 20th, Jack? When you search the tracking number, is it showing like this went into town post office or Martin's town post office on such and such a date? Is that what it's showing? Chris Spreer dropped you a text. Got it. Yeah, I have. I've got it. I've forgotten what you asked me now. But I have got it. Yeah, it's an interesting one, Chris.
Yeah, for this couple of weeks, I think £2,000.
Tracking shows scanned at Martinstown Post Office. Nothing since. Alright, now that's a completely different story, Jack. That's a different story. What's the date now? Date now is about the 1st, isn't it? 31st, 1st. So we're talking 11 days from when it's gone into the post office. Jack, do you mind texting me the tracking number, please? I want to see exactly what's missing. I don't know what's in that order. Because I don't know if you've got one parcel or two parcels or whatever. So yeah. I don't know why yours is showing Martinstown on the 19th, Warren, because if it's a Gruffalo with a letter, it hasn't been posted. So I don't know why your tracking number should show that it's... With the attached order numbers, they're mainly A to Zs. Yeah, I'm just not happy with the fact that it's showing it went into the post office 2 weeks ago. But anyway, we'll stick to the plan. We'll get a week out of the way, and then we'll go on to Monday, and we'll start replacing from there. Right. So I'm wondering how we can utilise testing this whole thing out. What can we do here? It's not, I don't want to sort of get it to get money for me as such, but, you know, I just like playing around with ideas with things. I know what we could do. Got a little idea. Just something to do, pass the time. With a letter from the mid-weekend where you threw in some other bits. Yeah, no, I don't want to. I'm going to end up taking up all sorts of space in my mind, asking myself questions and all sorts, because immediately, like with what Jack's telling me, it's like, no, that's not right. You know. But we are having a lot of issues from someone down in Poole, as you know. We're having signed fours going missing like the confetti. What can you do? Anyway, let's just do something else. Danielle, are you on? Yeah, no worries, Warren. And like I say, from Monday onwards, you know, you can all start saying to me, okay, yeah, didn't hear. Hello, Danielle. Can you hear me now, my darling? My little cherubs, can you hear me now? Cool. Now, I know you got 147 on the Peter Rabbit coin. Did you also get 147 on the Gruffalo coin? Not talking about the packaging, talking about the coin. I know you go straight in and buy all the packaging at the moment it's listed. Yes, okay. What was the next one we did after the Gruffalo? Then we listed Stephen Hawking and Frankenstein. Did you get, I know you got the packaging, did you get the coin in any of those? Thanks, Jack. You didn't get the coin in the Stephen Hawking or the Frankenstein or any of the other new ones that we've done, have you? You've just got the packaging. Can't remember, can't afford them all in one go. No, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. So, to all the people that are watching, here's a little something we could do today. I don't know if we could do something nice every day, that'd be nice. Yesterday we did something nice for Amy. Today, let's do a little bit of something nice for, let's do a bit of something nice for Danielle out of the blue, who doesn't even know I'm saying this, or going to say this. But I've said this before about Danielle, what she does. I love her little idea. She plays a lot of snooker and she does raffles to raise money for charity and so on, and I'm sure she'll tell you, give you the links even, who the people are that she raises money for, etc. But she does raffles and stuff at the snooker clubs. And quite rightly, she's tapped into the idea that you could put something up in a raffle and like you could put up a signed print in a raffle, a numbered and signed print in a raffle. But it wouldn't really mean much unless they absolutely loved the print, but it wouldn't really mean much. But if it was number 147 of however many, because 147 is the maximum break in snooker. So if the number was 147, suddenly the snooker man that wins that, he will keep that forever, never let it go. You know, it doesn't matter that he's not keen on the print. He's got number 147, and that's what he's into, his snooker. And do you see what I mean? So what Danielle does is every single time we list a new coin with packaging, the packaging is a lot cheaper, obviously. We've now worked out we can do that $3.99, right? So the packaging comes in, and so she goes straight in for number 147 every time. Right? But obviously, she can't afford to go in for 147 of the coins on every single one. And what's going to happen is Danielle's going to start to miss out, and you know, be a shame. And I'd like to do something to help that. So what I was thinking was, if you, like me, fancy supporting a bit of a charitable project, which is what Danielle's doing, raising the money in the raffles, right? So obviously whenever she buys this stuff, she's putting the money in out of her own pocket. She's not taking the money out of the raffle, she's putting the money out of her own pocket, and she's supplying these prizes that she's giving away to raise money for the whatever she raises money for. And what she raises money for isn't really the point as far as I'm concerned. It is as far as she's concerned, but it's not as far as I'm concerned. She wants to support them. What I want to do is I want to support Danielle. So I don't care whether she's giving the money to the blind, the poverty, the food bank. Doesn't matter to me where she's giving the money. I know it's a good cause, that's all I know. But I would like to support Danielle in that. So if you would like to help me support Danielle in that, Danielle in that. See this new gimmick we got here at the top of the screen, where you can send me some money, right? I bought Frankenstein and Hawking coins. Okay, so there's still a couple you ain't got. You haven't obviously bought the RAFs, and you haven't bought the Girl Guides or the Boy Scouts coin that she's put up. So there's still going to be more that you're going to want. And I think we can help support you a little bit to save your purse a little bit, Danielle. Don't see why not. See, I mean, at the end of the day, everybody out there might not think the same way as me, and that's fine. But if you do, how about I match your generosity? So if you do one of them, and do it on the commenty thing, not the admin listing, do it on your iPad or your phone or whatever you're watching the computer on, unless you can't. If you can't do it, put a message up. But, you know, if it lets you do it, like send over a quid or two on this thing here, right? And everybody can see the money going up, because I can see that says 4 quid. So you must be able to see that says 4 quid, because John Gamble sent me 4 quid, and I think it was Steve, or Chris sent the other 2 quid, and John sent 2 quid. So there's a figure there, 4 quid. And every time somebody sends money, their comment comes up in blue here, a big commenty thing. So if you fancy helping me, right, help Danielle, and Danielle doesn't know I'm going to do this, I've just thrown this out there while she's on, so I'm probably embarrassing her, which might not be fair, but I don't mean any harm, you know that, Danielle. So I'm thinking, yeah, that's it. So Jack Martin's just sent us $1.99, so now we've got $5.99, and I will match it. Whatever you raise between the 37 of you, I'll match it. And we'll put that in Danielle's account, and then she can go and buy number 147 of the coins that she hasn't got, and that will save her a bit of money. Because when she's buying those $3.99 packages and all of that, and she uses her voucher, it only costs her a couple of quid a time, which is great. Couple of quid, I think that's all right. When you start expecting somebody to put in 25 quid, 25 quid, 25 quid, 25 quid, and it's going to be hard not to expect Danielle to do that, because I now know that Danielle wants 147 on everything. So I know she's going to beat herself up and do her damnedest to get hold of the money to buy 147 in every one. So I'd like to help her a little bit, and maybe you would help me do that. I don't know why it hasn't shown up, because Jack just sent me $1.99. Look at that, $1.99 from Jack, but it still shows us £4. Like he says, next to the emoji icon where you type, there is a dollar icon. Anything that is donated will go towards Danielle and a charity. Yeah, exactly. And Jack Martin gave you a contribution, Danielle. Danielle says, I bought a lightning and Girl Guides with my points. Good girl, we'll get you some more points. Any money donated will be matched by you, and the minimum is only £1. So, if you fancy helping us, help Danielle, then that would be great. I'm going to go and put the kettle on, make my friend a cup of tea, you do that, and we will match it, pound for pound.
I'll do it.
It's all right.
Don't cut yourself then.
Tiny
Yeah, it just won't stop
hairline,
bleeding.
and it just won't stop bleeding. This is the 4th plaster I've put on. I've got no more of these plasters.
Too much.
Outside of that, I've got to have a big plaster on like this over half my chops. So yeah, you see if you can get that to work, and you know, see if you can have a go on them if you fancy that, and we'll see what we can do. But it is working, although it hasn't added. It hasn't added Jack's 199. That's really strange. Now let it press on it.
Soppy boy.
Thank you, Purple Fairy. Thank you for sending me that, Purple Fairy. Thanks, Jack. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Purple Fairy. Just make sure you we'll keep these for Monday, right? And we start getting worried on Monday. Start looking at the replacements. The one thing absolutely guaranteed is not one of you will go without anything. I promise you that. Promise you that totally. It's Danielle says it's for cancer charity on an evening with ex-world champion Ken Doherty in February. That's nice. He will sign the items to be auctioned. Oh, great! Even better. Maybe you could get him to sign the provenances. Natasha's off. See you later, Natasha. Not doing anything for me when I click the dollar sign, says Judith. I think you're supposed. I don't know how you do it. You click the dollar sign. You write your message. You chat. Just finishing Robbie, Daniel, come by Thursday. Oh, finishing Roger B. Packaging. Roger Bannister packaging is up and ready, Danielle. Now it's showing $4.99, so it's going up a bit somehow. Jack's there. Will's put $2.99. Thank you, Will. I mean, if anybody has trouble, we will do it through the site, but I would like to try and get as much of this working as I can. For Jack, it just come up. I'll leave you to sort of answer each other if you wouldn't mind. That would be great. Thank you very much, Mark Thorpe. That's amazing, Craig Anderson. Thank you very much. Steve Fraser, thank you very much. We've got $1.99 Mark Thorpe, $4.99 Craig Anderson, £2 from Steve Fraser. I reckon that you will probably, between the lot of you, you could donate the money to buy one coin and I'll buy the other. That gives a two. That'd be mental. And we'll just, whatever we get a total of, we'll just double it. And then plop the money in her account before we go offline even. Just keep it running all the way through till 5 o'clock. I'm just gonna go and, what was I gonna go and do? Nothing. I'll sit here for a minute. £3 again from Steve Fraser. Thank you, Steve. That's very kind of you. And you must keep. I can't link the Facebook post as it is too long. Maybe you need Apple Pay link to your account. I don't know. I thought it did it on my phone with iTunes. It just said I had to, mind you, I've got an iPhone 10, and it said I had to double click the side button. So I double clicked it, face recognition, and it just did it. I don't even know what it's charging me. I think it's charging me on my phone bill. But you can go and buy the thingy, Danielle, the packaging for Roger Bannister. That's done. And I think you got a voucher as well, didn't you? There was another voucher code come out a little while ago. It was TUES 3300. Hannah's just gone £5. Thank you, Hannah. I can't see it on chat. Sent £2 anyhow. Thank you, Jack. Oh, your new voucher code, TUES 3330. TUES 3330. If you will need that one, Danielle. Jack says not sure if it went through. So now look. Oh no. That shows me the last one is. That shows me the total. So we're up to £21 now. Mine went from my card, 5 in total. Nice to be able to help. You're just a star, Steve. Thank you very much. It's amazing. So that works good. Ooh. Ooh. It was like suddenly I'd sat on a drawing pin. Where'd that come from? So that's great. Anything that comes in, that'll be fantastic. If anybody sends it via the site, you have to put a message in with it to say it's for Danielle. And you have to let us know that you've done it, otherwise I won't know. Because I can see it come in immediately. But try there if you can. If you can't, do it through there, that's fine. Just going to get something. And this is your next one. Right. Put that one up. This is Autumn on the Wharf, Upper Wharfdale, Yorkshire. Now, if you'd like this one, write the name Danielle, D-A-N-I-E-L-L-E, D-A-N-I-E-L-L-E. Just to remind everybody that all the donations that come in at the top of that screen are for Danielle.
Yeah, I've got the UK.
And they'll be matched by us.
Yeah, good. What do you get out of
Need a couple of these.
Flagging.
Hmm?
Flagging.
Well, I just needed a little bit of sweet. And what?
Pork on gravy.
Pork? We had that yesterday, didn't we?